why don't we go ahead and start? I'm going to introduce again myself. My name is Yuri Fried. I'm the Director of Customer Success here at Trusted IT Group. Alex Rodoff is also with us. He's our Microsoft MVP, and he's going to be going through some of the more advanced features of this platform a little bit later on in the presentation. And just to kind of go through our agenda really quick, this is what we're covering today, managing programs and portfolio in the PPM365 environment. We're going to create and manage programs, manage a role portfolio, and obviously very important part of it all is reporting using Power BI reports. Now, before I dive into it, I do want to remind everyone that we have some upcoming webinars. On Wednesday, we're going to be going back into Teams and just going over really, all about remote working and some of the advanced functionality in Teams and how you could use not only to manage projects, but overall be more efficient while you are working remotely. And then following that, we also have another project management focus webinar, how to prioritize your project portfolio during this challenging time. So that's coming up. And also I'd like to remind everyone that we are offering free Teams support. It is absolutely free. You can download Teams for free from Microsoft website, and we will support it at least through April for free. Anything has to do with setup, troubleshooting, consultation, anything and everything. And the platform that we're working on today can be downloaded from the Microsoft website. And if Alex, you don't mind putting some of these links into the chat, we're also going to follow up with an email. It is an app that's available from the Microsoft App Store, so you can go ahead and download it. So you also are in the same environment, or you could use the environment. It is absolutely free trial, and go ahead and download it. Now, before we start, I do want to do a quick poll. We'd just like to understand actually, what are you doing today? Are you working remotely? Do you usually work remotely? So let me launch this poll real quick just to get a sense. It's an anonymous poll. You can go ahead and put in your answers. We'll keep it open for a few seconds. Again, just trying to get a sense of whether this is something that you normally do or this is just something you're doing now because you're not able to go into the office. We give it a few more seconds, and we're gonna end the poll momentarily. Again, okay, why don't we go ahead and close the polls? And I'd like to share the results with you so you all see what the results. So it looks like predominantly everybody's working at home because of the situation that we're in. All right, great. Why don't we dive right in? And we're back sort of for those of you, again, who missed our previous presentation of how we set up the PPM365 environment. You can go ahead and view that at your, whatever you like. They're all recorded and the links will be sent out. They're all on our YouTube channel here. But what we're going to dive into this environment. So what I like to do is go ahead and create a new program, right? So a new program will be created using this tool, and you simply go to your programs, and you can just click on new, and that will create a new program. Okay, the owner defaults to to me as the owner of the program. We're going to name it. Let's say one of the programs would be marketing Q1. Okay. Program objective, manage all marketing activities. Okay. And again, you could put in, if you have cost estimates in here, that all can be entered into this. You could also obviously enter program issues, program risk, just as you would for projects. You would do the same thing for programs. You can upload program documents, anything relevant to the program itself, not just the project. Okay, but we'll go ahead and save this. Okay, so now we have a new program created, which is marketing Q1 program. Okay, and we would at this point we actually can attach projects to this particular program. So here we would be right where it says all related projects. There are none, so we will go ahead and attach. So here's a list of the projects that I could possibly choose from to attach to the program specifically.
And then you're clicked on the creating a new project that will be associated automatically. But go ahead.
Oh, correct. Okay, so this would be the name of the new project. So this would be our initiative and remote work promotion. We'll just say purpose, project types. This would be new PPM project type. I guess okay, this would be nice to have. Well, actually, this is going to be probably on a high level. Okay, again, it's associated with a program, a Q1 program, and the program can be taken through governance the same way as you would take project. Okay, so absolutely the same way you would manage this program. And now this particular program will have an associated project to it. Okay, so we go ahead and click on programs at this point. Oh, I had to refresh actually. And at this point, if we click on the programs, save and continue, I guess it's not associated with a certain processes. So it is our demo environment, sort of a sandbox. So not all the environment it's properly clicked in, but all these features, once they're activated, again, like I said, you could go through the governance of the program, and then once it's all created, it is then can be transported, and you can manage everything using Power BI reports, which is probably integral part of this environment. And this is where you would actually start managing everything and anything about your program. So they will fall right into a set of your Power BI reports where you have your portfolio dashboard, and you could do all your portfolio timelines are here. So these would be your programs or projects that can be managed here, and you can have different views, whether it's managing 1 month at a time. This is where Power BI capabilities come in, and you could really zoom in and get a sense of where you are, and slice it and dice it completely. And the reason why I'm showing this to you within the Teams environment is because it's obviously can be managed and reported on not only using Power BI, but also you can collaborate using the Teams environment on it. Okay, so what I like to do is I want to give the control over to Alex, and he can go through maybe some additional functionality when it comes to portfolio and program management. Alex, you unmute. Alex, you are on mute.
Yeah,
Oh,
1, 2,
good.
3. Can you hear
Yep,
me?
yep, you're good.
Just when I come in with my cool background over here. Yeah, so all the remote tools are coming together, and we're using Zoom and Teams and all we can in order to get through this situation with what's going on. Everybody knows what's going on. So anyway, I hope everybody's safe and sound and take some time to learn from this webinar. So going back to this portfolio management topic or the program management topic here, and if I look into my programs, I'd like to discard in this case, discontinue. So this is where I can manage my programs. And I'd like to just mention the fact that, from the concept of programs, it's almost the same as concept of custom portfolios, because anyone can, in any of the organization, you may want to slice and dice your portfolio based on, let's just say, the project manager, or based on the owner of the portfolio, or based on the business sponsor. So these are different characteristics of our projects that we may want to look at our, custom portfolios. In this case, these programs would represent certain projects underneath. So for example, if we would take some of these programs, and we would see that there's these two projects actually part of this program. And as you mentioned, we can either quickly add a new project right away. If we create a new project that is part of this specific program, then we can add this project right away. And you saw all those fields and attributes that are project related, but that project will be automatically associated with this program. Or you can pick up the existing project, and in this case, you can look at the existing projects and pick up the existing project and make this existing project to be associated with this program. This program, as you see, has all other additional characteristics, and the number of characteristics that you may want to add to the program is basically up to you. This is very configurable and flexible. So if you like to have a number of strategic objectives or a number of we have program objective here, but you can populate and add additional metadata to be captured for the program, like program specific objectives, or program specific business cases, or program benefits, or any sort of program related attributes that may become useful in case you're running quite a bit of those programs. The key part here is actually behind these other tabs here. So let me show you how we include the issues and risks management frameworks into the program management framework. So the way we do this is by adding issues at the program level. So here in this case, I can quickly get to my issues, program issues tab, and I can create a program issue here. So if I click on create a new issue, I can quickly type something. Yuri, feel free to give me a good sound advice of I'm very bad at coming up with some, I usually come up with some test issue. So let's just say,
so this is concerning the overall marketing. Okay,
issues and so on. Yeah, I'm just doing some related. So I'm basically creating this issue, and now this issue is automatically associated with this program. Let me add a couple of new ones. This is a new market condition issue. So it used to be a risk, but I think we're no longer considering this as a risk. So we can add a description, we can add the status, we can also, in additionally, I'll point this out, is relate this to a specific project. So if I click on this magnifying glass, I'll be able to see, I should be able to see the projects I can associate it with. And I can also keep the timeline. Well, I need to just save this first in order to in order to be able to add a new note. I can add a note to the issue. So anyway, this is all standard set of features and functions that are related to different entities like this. And what we can do is to look at how this issue is related to the program. So if I go back to my program, that was this program, that was this issue, and now I can see these two issues are related to this PPM365 program. So here the same kind of concept within risks. So I already have a couple of them here. I can add an existing risk. So if I have some of the risks that are already there, I can add them to my program. So right now, I can add a new risk here and say this is a risk ABC. Well, actually, Dow Jones going lower. So something like this. Should not be laughing at this. But anyway, so this is how we can associate the risks to this program. Very important part about this linking the documents with the program. So all the program related documents could be added here and managed within one central program space. As far as reports, a lot of different Power BI reports or additional specific reports, program level reports, can be also focused on this space. And if we won't be able to put all the tabs here, there's a flexibility to add more related items to this program. In this case, this is a list of different documents, and here's how we can create PowerPoints and the Excel or Word documents related to this specific program. So the concept is that you would collect everything from different pieces of the framework of managing projects and programs, where it's part of the schedule management, where the actual project schedules will come into play. There's also ability to add its own program management schedule, which is likely to be added as part of the next release of PPM365. The issues and risks management, documents management, all additional change management that are already now part of the project management within all those different projects, but they are maybe also be able to roll up to the program level. So we have this hierarchy of programs. Let me actually go back to this general tab here. This is where we can see how those hierarchies are established. And we can see how we can quickly add projects to programs and create additional characteristics for these programs, as well as inherit the characteristics of each of these different projects. So if we look at each of these different projects, we'll be able to see the governance stages of each of these projects. We'll be able to see those risks and issues, those specific project documents, and so on. We've done quite a bit of the showing of some of this at the project level, but I do want to just make sure and point out that right now, since we have this program level association, I can quickly navigate to this program by clicking on it, and will get me to this program where I can see what other projects might actually be involved into this program. So if I'm working on the project that is part of the program, I don't know how many other different projects may be involved. So this is where I can have some more visibility to what other projects are involved in the program. Some of these items are, as you mentioned, we're still, showing you some of the development and demo areas here that are not 100% production. So So the roll-ups from the project level will also available. So like if you have cost information or effort information within those projects, we'll be able to roll this up at the program level and get more real-time information as far as the program management goes. Also, all kinds of flexibility you can create and add to this process by creating additional flows or creating additional processes, or even enabling the program management governance process. I don't know if this is overkill for some of the organizations. You really have to be at the high maturity level in order to take advantage of it. But as far as creating some of the specific actions, right? Specific actions based on the specific content of the program. You can create a flow that will, let's just say, pick up some information for some of these projects and send an email saying, hey, this is the reminder for our status report or something like that. And you can automate this process that would collect the information you require and include this into the email and send to the powers that be, or send it to the people who would need to communicate back to you, or produce some additional activities as a result of that email. And we can really automate that and to a degree control that, because you would be the one who pushes the button. So there's all kinds of opportunities to create the specific baked processes, and you can kick them off as you wish at different times, or have them contingent upon entry into some other process. Anyway, it could be complicated, could be very easy. Our objective is to make sure that the business readiness is there for this process, and we can definitely help to not over engineer this, because sometimes this is a challenge, to over engineer, that it needs to be simple. So with that, I would like to open some time for questions. And Yuri.
Yeah, actually, Alex, well, one of the things I wanted to touch on, I think I have the control too, right? Yeah, that's great, I believe. So yeah, I just wanted to touch on the reporting end of it. So obviously, once the programs are designed, right, and built, you do have this sort of a dashboard that's in PPM365 that is automatically updated. But then if you would like to further manage it, you can actually open that right in Power BI app, right, which is available to everyone absolutely for free. The Power BI reports are free now, and you can manipulate them here. You can slice them and dice them to be able to get a view of your portfolio, right? You can also manage them within your team's environment. That's what I wanted to show also. When you set it up within the team's environment, it could be further not only managed here, but you can also collaborate on your reports, real time, again, by setting up chats, persistent chats, by doing on the fly meetings. So all that can be managed within the Teams environment. You can manage it within PPM 365 or in the Power BI app itself. And a couple other things I wanted to mention about Power BI is that you really do not need a license as long as you're viewing it in your own environment. And you can also actually download it. You can download it in a PDF format. You can download it in Excel format. But you do need a license when it comes to sharing it. So as you could see, you'll be able to view it, but to share it, the user that is viewing it will need a license, and you will need a license to share it. And you do have some degree of control, not through your Active Directory security and governance that sort of rolls up, but also some degree of control of what you share here also. So that I just wanted to kind of a quick sort of overview on the reporting aspect of it and some capabilities and what you could do with when it comes to Power BI. And one other thing I did want to mention that it is very mobile friendly. I mean, the Power Apps and themselves are mobile friendly, and I just want to kind of share this quick pic with you. So as you can see, this is the Power Apps, a free downloaded from the Apple Store or Android Store. So Power BI can be brought up and looks great in mobile. So are your Power Apps. They both look great. So just a quick word on Power BI. Yeah, and at this point, why don't we take a look and see if we have any questions in chat? I believe we do. No, we just have all the links posted.
Yeah, I'd like to mention that if there's a Q&A section, so we can address any of the questions there. I don't see any questions just yet, but was worth mentioning that if you have any questions, please feel free to submit your questions or reply to the email that is circulating as far as the reminders or anything. So we can, that's also another way to engage with us to get us some answers to any of those questions. At this point, the Power Apps is one of the locomotives of the business apps within Microsoft, and we just had a conference, a virtual conference that's supposed to be was going to be the in person, but it was switched to the virtual. But there's a lot of good things happening with Power Apps, with Power BI, with Power Automate. All these would be called, suite of power tools from Microsoft, and we're happy to answer all kinds of questions around this Power Suite, and looking forward to helping your organizations and yourselves to go through the tough times, and hopefully that some of this technology is going to be valuable for us and will help us to stay strong and get through this again. And I do hope that you stay safe. A lot of states have issued lockdowns, not the lockdowns, but the stay home policies. So please be mindful of what's going on. Okay. Again, thanks everybody. Yuri, anything else you'd like to add?
No, just as again, thank you, Alex. Just wanted to mention we're trying to keep this short and high level. Of course, we're just scratching the surface of capabilities. I mean, we're all working from our home offices. Be more than happy to engage with anyone one-on-one that would like to do a deeper dive into any of these solutions. We can look at your own environment, of course, let you know that, if you have anything going on with the remote work, need assistance with Teams, it's absolutely free for us, or just diving in and showing you what PPM365 can do, what the Power Apps platform can do. The few upcoming webinars is Wednesday. We'll send out a reminder, and another one on Friday. These are the themes here. And yeah, like Alex said, please stay safe, and we'll speak to you soon. Thanks very much.
Thank you. Appreciate it.